I bet those geese are freezing their butts off. Who cares? Let's go for a ride.
What it really means to live life golden. Golden, baby, golden. Yeah, about to see it shine.
Hey guys, it's me, Brandon Johnson from Used Boats TV, and today I'm going to take you for a ride on a beautiful Tahoe Q4 Fish and Ski bow rider. You're watching this video on my YouTube channel, which is Used Boats TV. The purpose of this channel is make a lot of training and how-to videos, as well as make as many boat reviews as I can. That being said, I've sold this boat sight unseen, so I'm taking it out on the water to show the customer what it can do and what kind of condition it's in. So whether you're my customer or you're just watching this for information, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because this will help show how your Tahoe works or another one works if you were to buy it. So I appreciate the opportunity. So we're just kind of doing a slow spin here, kind of show you how she looks on the water. One important thing to remember before you put your boat in the water, make sure you put your plug in back here in the transom. So underneath the outdrive, you've got a plug. Another thing you do before you put your boat in the water is make sure the transom straps are off. So you put your plug underneath the drive. Hand tight's good enough for a day on the water. When you pull the boat out of the water, if you're a trailer boater, take it back out. If not, leave it in and crank it down with a wrench if you keep it on a lift. Thank you. Okay, we are out here on your boat and it is 20 degrees. So the purpose of this portion of the video is to show you that she runs good, okay? So there's no battery switch, it's hardwired. There is a master power button right here, and that just turns your systems on, okay? The boat will run without that. Okay, so three things: the boat won't start, click, 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 dead battery. Turn the key, nothing happens whatsoever. If this kill switch is down, it'll turn over and will not fire. If it's in gear, it won't start either. Your ignition switch is right here. If it hasn't been started in a while, you'll have to push in this button right here alongside this button, and that'll give you a fast idle and forward. So you'd push them both down. See if I can pull this off. Like so. What this allows you to do is to prime the engine. Okay? Then you can just turn your key and fire it up and wait for it to warm up. How long do you warm it up? Oh, until you see the temperature gauge move. But otherwise, you just turn the key and she fires right up like so. You have a master power button here, and that turns your systems on. The boat will still start, but nothing will work. So you have to use that. So you got a bilge pump, or blower, horn, interior lights, live well. Sometimes when it's cold, these things don't work, but I hear it kicking on, so I'm going to show you that. Starboard side, aft on the casting deck, turn, twist, pull. It's filling up with water, turn, twist, and shut. Back to the helm here, we'll shut that off. Navigation lights, that's driving at night. It's the red and green up front and the white in the back. Bilge pump's automatic, you'll never use it. Horn does beep. And the fish finder, you hit the power button and hold it. Maybe. Well, do you just touch it? No, you do hold it. Come on, hold it. There we go. And to power it off, you do the same thing. You'd hold it down. It's a Lowrance X15. Place to plug your phone in. Stereo's over here. And it does work. You just can't hear it because the volume messed up on the video. So turning that up to show you, it works just fine. Nothing fancy. You got speakers aft. Shut that. Back to the helm here. So to engage it in a gear, you just push the button in. There's a definitive catch, and your throttle range is beyond that. Neutral. If you shift too slow, it'll drag. So just kind of get used to putting it, assertively into gear. You'll feel the catch so you don't drag. Your throttle range is beyond that. Same way for reverse. You just pull it down. There's a catch. Throttle range is beyond that. Your tilt and trim switch is below that right here. So I've had a lot of customers that are excited to drive, and as they accelerate, they trim up. So looking at the gauges, you got volts, fuel, oil pressure, speedo's not on because we're not going fast enough, tachometer, engine temp, and tilt and trim for your outdrive. In the description below, I'll include a link to the video that explains how tilt and trim works. But as you can see with what I just did with the gauge there, the gauge does read as it should. So we're idling out here to the no wake buoys, and what I'll do when I accelerate is I'll leave it trimmed down all the way and go to top speed. And then I will trim up, which allows the boat to get up on top of the water to reach our true top speed. It is windy and it is cold. Thus, we may not reach our absolute top speed. A lot of boat guys say boats love cold water. The engines do, which is, in fact, true. But if the thermostat doesn't open up completely, we won't truly see our full top speed, if that makes sense. So here we go as we accelerate. Boat pops right onto plane. And once you're on plane, you can either slow down or speed up. You just want to accelerate the boat onto plane so it doesn't hit, miss, spit, or sputter. Got right up and went to 40 miles an hour at roughly 4,000 RPM, which is a good sign that a boat's powered well. When a boat's powered well, you know, your speed isn't significantly less than your RPM. So we're still trimmed down here, fighting through the chop. You know, it's cold and windy. It was like 18 degrees that day. So as we start to trim up, you can see that our speed is reaching 50 miles an hour, a little over 50. And that is into the wind. So you should exceed 50 if you're not in the wind. But I know on like Lake Lotawana, for example, there's probably not a lot of places to go at 50 miles an hour. So it turns good, nice and smooth, nothing bad to report. Shifting smooth, nothing bad to report. As you can see, all your gauges do in fact work, which one would expect, but I always say you'll never run a boat that all the gauges work at one time. This is one that does actually all work at one time. So what we're going to do now is go put the boat back on the trailer, run through the interior and exterior condition, as well as show you where some stuff is and, like, you know, how the trolling motor works. So stay tuned. Okay, just showing you here. You plug in your trolling motor and then you release it by pulling the strap here down in the water all the way. And here's how you control it. Right here, one way, the other way. Can you see the fan? That's funny. It looks like it's going real slow in the video, but it's actually flying. That's funny. Well, you know she works. And I think what's going on here is just so you can take this fish finder. That is what it's for. So you just undo this knob right here. You see my finger? And it'll plug in right here and then into the cigarette lighter. So that's what's up with that. So while we're up here, I know you've seen the boat, so let's just kind of go through some stuff. Seats are good. We cleaned it, but it's so nasty outside, it's kind of hard to tell. I got both seats back in. You know, this always shows footprints. You know, these seats go in to make into the fishing seats. Gotta make sure we find the little pedestals. Those are all the filler cushions for the bow and the back. Okay, there's the two deals that go into the floor, then underneath the fishing seats. Okay. This is a place for storage. And, you know, your live wells over there. Okay, there's your transom straps. We need to make sure we find your lights, though. That's the plug-in that goes into that to help it go up there. One of them. Lights. So we need a nav light and an anchor light. It's not in that storage compartment. It's not in that one. I'm gonna go look underneath the engine hatch if I can do it with one hand. Nope. But we did just run her, so you're getting to see it all. Oh, here they are. Good deal. So here's both your lights. Your nav light and your anchor light plug in back there. Good deal. Because the anchor lights I keep in stock. The nav lights that plug in, I don't have any, so I had to have ordered one. Alright. Let's jump around down and take a look at the outside. So we're going to go back to the shop and winterize her. Hey, we got the prop on. Comes with a propeller. You know what's funny is I started to do this morning. We got to the water, fired it up. Wouldn't go anywhere. It wasn't me driving, but then we remembered we didn't put a prop on it. So I thought it was funny. So you got some rubs in the sticker. But the gel coat's nice. The hole's nice. It's got swing away tongue. Looking down at the bottom, looks good. Scuff right here from where you put up and down the trolling motor. But here she is. Looks great. Slight scuff right there. That probably just some hand wax will rub that out, or some compound. That's it. Skag's good. I appreciate the opportunity.